Last chance to see the equator is tomorrow when the Port of Everett will hold an open house. Very cool old ship.
Very awesome, taking it apart, looking at the history and how old ships were kind of built.
Yeah, very neat.
Well, we're taking a live look outside right now through the Giza Stadium Skycam. I'll have a look at what to expect for the rest of your day that is coming up.
Plus, fires break out across our area, leaving thousands of acres scorched. And the Yakima Domestic Violence Coalition is bringing together other organizations in order to provide comprehensive services to children who are victims of domestic violence. Good Morning Northwest continues right now.
From Camp KVUE Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
And I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
Now, Riley, we just saw a little bit of it, but we had so many wildfires start yesterday and push to thousands of acres, and people all over the community could see the smoke from that.
Definitely. I was seeing a lot of people wondering on social media, where is the smoke coming from? It's kind of coming from everywhere right now, and even a lot of fire crews are still on the scene of a lot of these fires, making sure flare-ups don't happen and that kind of thing. But we're seeing a lot of smoke from that still today. It'll be down a little bit by this evening. If we take a live look outside right now in Pasco, we can see it's just a little bit hazy along the horizon. We saw several fires across different communities yesterday in the Mid-Columbia area, down in Oregon, many across Benton County specifically. If we take a look at what's ahead, we've got some patchy smokes for those areas, the Benton County areas and the Blues. Cool down from yesterday. Yesterday we had a very hot and windy day. We've got a slightly cooler day. It's still going to be nice and warm outside, but it's just a little bit cooler than we've seen for the last couple of weeks now. Strong winds, but not as strong as they were yesterday. Yesterday we had a wind advisory. We're just on the edge of not having a wind advisory today. 77 degrees and sunny for the Yakima area. In the Tri-Cities, 79 degrees, also very sunny. And in Walla Walla, we are seeing 76 degrees. Very sunny, a little bit windy day to day. A lot of heat warnings that are ahead. I'll have those in my full forecast that's coming up.
And we have the very latest on the massive wildfire near Benton City and Kiona. All evacuation orders have been lifted for the Yakutat-Hanson Road fire. This includes the homes along Weber Canyon, County Well, McBee Road, and McBee Grade between Gibbon and I-82. Fire officials said the wildfire has burned more than 7,000 acres. The blaze moved quickly and many areas in and around Kiona were evacuated due to the ongoing threat of the fire. Authorities went door to door to make sure people could get out. Several fire crews responded, but agencies were stretched thin. They were helping to battle the Benton County fire near Findlay while also responding to regular service calls and other vegetation fires in the area.
Because of all the wind, the red flag warning, all the fires that are starting, we've pretty much exhausted our resources, and our guys and gals out on the front lines are really getting worn out. So the state did approve mobilization. There are reinforcements on the way. They might not be able to take over command until sometime in the morning.
Officials are asking people to stop calling 911 to get information on the fire. You can follow us on social media or on our website, and you can also follow emergency services like Benton County Fire Districts or the Benton County Sheriff's Office. They've also been keeping people updated about the fire. And again, all evacuations in the Yakutat wildfire have been lifted at this time. Those conditions could change, so make sure you're following us. While still battling the Yakutat wildfire, fire crews had to stretch themselves further after a blaze broke out on Rupert Road. At least 2 buildings burned in the area after reports of the fire came just after 7 o'clock. Crews battled the flames there. No further evacuations were given at the time, and the fire was contained a short time later. However, hot spots are still possible. With the Yakutat fire burning close by, it's important to pay attention to emergency services in case fire breaks out again. Evacuation orders have been lifted for those affected by the Hat Rock wildfire in Umatilla County. The massive wildfire burned more than 10,000 acres yesterday. People are being allowed to go back to their homes, but the fire is still being monitored by fire crews. The wildfire broke out just before 11 a.m. Tuesday morning, and high winds and dry vegetation caused it to spread quickly. This fire spread so quickly that officials closed Highway 730 from Highway 207 to US 12 to Alula Junction. Several fire agencies responded to the scene, all named on our updated article at yaktrinews.com. Firefighting planes did respond to this fire, including a K-MAX helicopter, in an attempt to fight the blaze from the sky. But due to the winds and smoke causing low visibility, the air support was soon grounded. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. State Fire Assistance has also been mobilized for a large wildfire that broke out near the city of Findlay Tuesday afternoon. The wildfire broke out just before 3:30 p.m. near Hover Road and Hanson Road, and it burned more than 1,000 acres and was fueled by grass, brush, and dry timber. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. Fire officials took Cap KVUE photojournalist Chris Whitmer down to the fire line where much of the vegetation was charred. Benton County Fire Districts 1 and 2 requested the state aid, and it was granted around 5 p.m. yesterday. The declaration makes it possible for more resources to help put out the fire. New developments in the case of 4 murdered University of Idaho students. The suspect in the case wants more time to decide whether to provide an alibi. Under Idaho law, Brian Koberger's lawyers have 10 days to decide whether to provide information on an alibi. The lawyers want to extend the deadline and say they haven't had enough time to fully review the evidence provided by the prosecution. That includes thousands of pages of discovery. The Yakima Domestic Violence Coalition has brought together police, courts, and community services to help provide wraparound services for victims of intimate partner violence and their children, including at school. Cap KVUE's Emily Goodell talked to organizers about how the program works.
The kids at Yakima's Barge Lincoln Elementary have hopes and dreams and joy, but many come from difficult situations.
Food insecurity, housing insecurity, domestic violence, parental sobriety, financial stresses. We are not just educating minds, we are social workers as well.
For some, runaway siblings and police visits to the house are all too common, and it affects how they act at school.
It could present itself with tears. It could present itself with emotional outbursts, being withdrawn.
If the teachers don't know why, they might not know how to help. That's where the Handle with Care program comes in.
As the building principal, I get an email notification every morning of who the Yakima Police Department was involved with.
No specifics, just assigned to teachers to look out for that student, including making sure they're at school. Last fall, the school got 2 notifications in 2 days for one 3rd grader who always showed up to school. But that Monday,
when he didn't show up by lunchtime, I made sure that we had some of our liaisons go out and find out where he was.
At home with his dad, who told them the boy had been in the hospital with flu symptoms and was still sick.
He wouldn't open the door for us to see the child, so we were luckily able to convince Dad, why don't you take him back?
To the hospital, where the 3rd grader tested positive for meth.
Yeah, I don't want to think about what would have happened because the parent would not have disclosed because he just was reunified, so he still had social workers involved in his house, right? And so sadly, I believe it would have been a tragedy without these Handle with Care notifications.
The program, great for pointing out which students need extra support, but has shined a light on the lack of resources for parents.
We need families being able to access services for anger management, for behavioral supports, for mental health supports, whether that's for the household or the child. And we just need community involvement.
Including more volunteers in the building to connect with and mentor students to make sure, no matter their circumstances, that they have the support they need to be successful. In Yakima, Emily Goodell, Cap KVUE, Local News.
The Yakima Domestic Violence Coalition meets monthly, and the meetings are open to the public. The next one will be in July. Riley Fitzgerald returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
Well, we've got a cool down today, but we're staying sunny. We've also got some recurring smoke from yesterday's fires in the Mid-Columbia and the Blues with that strong wind we had yesterday. I'll have your extended forecast. That's coming up.
Plus, after their latest piece of so-called anti-LGBT legislation, an advocacy group has declared a state of emergency in Arkansas.
So much of life happens at home, which is why your home should be a place of inspiration, designed around great floors you love. Spending time at home on Great Floors is something to celebrate. Great Floors is offering discounts on select top-quality Mohawk products. Save 10% on Revwood flooring, Roughwood Flooring by Mohawk offers stress-free style so you can live life on floors you love. Plus, ask about your 12-month 0% in-house financing. Visit a Great Floors showroom for details and live life on great floors.
Toyota trains certified technicians. Is that important?
Well, you wouldn't hire just anyone to help you move, would you?
This shortcut saves 2 hours easy, clean, dude!
No, of course not.
Not again.
Toyota Service Centers. Keep your Toyota a Toyota.
Whether you're looking to add a splash of color to your home, planting your very own vegetable garden, or expanding your dream landscape, Queen's Gate Gardens is the place to go this summer. Queen's Gate Gardens in Richland. Let's grow together.
Looking to unwind after a long day? Come to Proof, where we serve up delicious food and a lively atmosphere. From craft beers to gourmet burgers, we have something for everyone. Join us at one of our 2 locations, Pasco or Kennewick. Proof, a gastropub experience.
This may look like an action-adventure movie, but it's a Nissan sales event ad. Things are heating up. Good thing this Rogue has the most standard safety features in its class. Our competitors can't say that.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on select Rogue trims.
Hurry. These epic offers won't last forever.
Every 15 minutes, someone is involved in a semi-truck collision in the U.S. Whatever the cause, big trucks mean big crashes, resulting in serious, even fatal injuries, large medical bills, and loss of wages. If you've been injured in a crash with a big rig, call Abeta Nelson Injury Law today. We've handled the most big truck accidents in Central Washington over the last 40 years, recovering millions for our clients. Abeta Nelson, we take your injury personally.
Matt Frazier, America's top psychic medium.
Time right now is 6:11. Welcome back. The Human Rights Campaign has declared a state of emergency for the LGBTQ+ community in Arkansas. The group says a number of bills are before the state legislature would restrict rights on issues such as gender-affirming care. Brenda Lipinski spoke with members of the LGBTQ+ community in response to the controversy.
The Human Rights Campaign declaring a national emergency for the LGBTQ+ community, citing nationwide legislation threatening the livelihood of the community.
Arkansas is probably one of the most conservative states when it comes to really attacking the LGBTQ+ communities.
Dr. Gwendolyn Herzig says legislation in Arkansas this year has targeted more of the transgender community.
These are people who have jobs, they want to go on vacation, they just want to live a normal life. And so just to be constantly attacked or have legislation that looms over you that could have your rights stripped away is just very taxing for those individuals.
Jessica Disney says this year's bathroom bill, which prohibits transgender people from using certain restrooms in public schools, was targeting.
In a lot of ways for myself and others, it feels humiliating, dehumanizing. This kind of legislation and what goes into it causes people like us to be viewed as less than human in many ways.
Senator Tucker says bills going against the LGBTQ+ community impact everyone.
Beyond just the moral obligation to care for our neighbors, it actually hurts us economically, because businesses want to thrive in places where everyone is welcome and where they can hire the best talent.
We reached out to Governor Sarah Sanders about concerns regarding the legislation's impact. Her office in part says, quote, "This isn't about targeting anyone. The governor supports laws that protect kids and keeps the radical left's agenda out of schools. Arkansas isn't going to rewrite the rules of biology, distribute inappropriate material to children, or undermine women's sports just to please a handful of far-left advocates." End quote.
Advocates for the LGBTQ+ community say being a good ally means using preferred names and pronouns. For businesses, that means identifying establishments as a safe space for everyone. According to a new report published Tuesday in the annual National Survey on Drug Use and Health, people in the gay community are more likely to have mental health and substance abuse problems. The report, sponsored by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration, included a question about how the participant identifies their sexual orientation since 2015. The report found adults who identify as gay, lesbian, or bisexual are more likely than those who identify as straight to have serious thoughts of suicide and mental health conditions, including major depressive episodes. They're also more likely to misuse substances like alcohol or drugs. The data in the report comes from 2021 and 2022. Next year's survey will also aim to identify people who are transgender or non-binary. Coming up, the founder of the Tri-Cities Miss Juneteenth Scholarship Pageant is stopping by to tell us what to expect at the event this Friday. And Riley Fitzgerald will return with a look at your First Alert weather forecast.
Stan, where's Alice? She's supposed to stay with us.
Oh, shoot, where could she?
Hey everybody, I'm Alice. I'm new here. The new zipline ride looks so fun. You go back and forth. Awesome.
And we've lost control of the Alice situation.
Triple Play has fun for everyone, including the brand new zipline ride. And it's all attached to a cozy hotel.
I mean, she's a natural spokosaur who isn't tempted to eat anyone. You know, 'cause she's an herbivore.
With K2 Vision RLE, you can throw away your distance and reading glasses. Plus, you'll never develop a cataract. Schedule a free Zoom consultation with us today. K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
When you need legal help, trust Quantum Legal. We're here for you in times of trouble, whether you need assistance with criminal defense, personal injury, or have been injured on the job. Law is a complicated matter. Our team of experts will fight for you and help you find the best solution for your situation. Don't let life's challenges get the best of you. We're here to help. Call us today at 509-783-5551 or visit our website at quantumlegal.com.
It's great to see ya. Come on down. Welcome to Sea Galley. Dinner tonight or the Shipwreck Lounge. May I suggest our surf and turf special, prime rib and crab.
2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And the Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. Find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups, or get $4,250 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. See your community Chevy dealers.
This is a great time of year.
Stacy Lee, she knows the Northwest, and she knows Northwest weather.
I think we all need to take more time to stop and smell the roses.
Stacy Lee, Cap KVU First Alert weather from Cap KVU Local News. Watch tonight.
Next Live, the Ultimate Fighter's Conor McGregor.
I do get mistaken for a wrestler all the time.
Plus Matthew Broderick from No Hard Feelings.
Today at 9 on Cap KVU.
TriQ Credit Union C3 Slam comes to Richland July 8th and 9th at John Dam Plaza.
And now, Cap KVU First Alert weather with forecaster Riley Fitzgerald.
Happy Wednesday, everyone. Hope you're having an amazing day today. We're taking a live look outside our Giza Stadium Skycam in Pasco. We're seeing a little bit of haze this morning as we're still dealing with those wildfires that took place all around our region yesterday. Strong gusty winds today, a little lighter than we saw yesterday, but they're still going to be quite strong throughout our day today. We're cooling down from yesterday. We were in the 80s and 90s. Yesterday, we're in the upper 70s. Today, patchy smoke still relevant in our areas. So we take a look at our temperatures right now. We are in the lower to mid 50s across all of our regions. Still pretty cool as you walk out the door. For our future cast, we're seeing just a lot of clear skies today. As we make our way into Thursday, more clear skies, no rain on the forecast for today or tomorrow. As we get into our Friday, we're seeing some cloud coverage that's making its way just a little bit into our areas on Friday. Taking a look at our smoke forecast, we are seeing some smoke in the Hermiston area today. So we're still, it's heading east towards the Blues. Definitely a lot of wind today that's pushing it that way, and we're still dealing with all of those wildfires that took place in that area yesterday. So lots of winds right now in the Hermiston and Pendleton areas. Other than that, we're in the teens, some even in the 20s right now for our wind speeds. 10 to 20 miles per hour for our winds today, with gusts up to 25 miles an hour. As we get into the rest of our week, still some pretty strong winds. Our temps for today, 77 in Yakima, 70 for the Ellensburg area, upper 70s and lower 80s for the Mid-Columbia region. And in the Blues, we're seeing the mid to low 70-degree range. Beautiful, nice day today. Tonight, smoke is going to be clearing up a little bit, upper 40s and the lower 50s. Our 7-day forecast, we can see we are peaking a little bit onto our Friday, settling down into our holiday weekend. A little bit cooler, definitely below our averages for later on this week. As we take a look in the Tri-Cities, we are seeing very high on Friday, settling down once again into our Sunday and our Monday. Lots and lots of wind and sun today, still dealing with a lot of that smoke in our area. Fire watch is still high today, and we're going to be keeping an eye on that, as well as all of those wildfires in our area. Jill, I will send it back to you.
Thank you, Riley. They were programs meant to help struggling Washingtonians during the pandemic. Now, 2 men have been charged in an alleged scheme to defraud COVID-19 relief programs in the state of Washington. Michelle Esteban reports.
In total, the indictment alleges that defendants submitted over 125 fraudulent applications for various pandemic relief fraud efforts.
The U.S. Attorney and FBI say of the $3.3 million in stolen money, most of it, $2.7 million, was taken from the King County Emergency Rental Assistance Program, right in the height of the pandemic, and when tenants were struggling to keep a roof over their heads and not be evicted.
We all know Seattle and King County has been struggling to address homelessness, struggling to address housing affordability, struggling to keep people in their homes.
Prosecutors believe it is one of the largest schemes to defraud COVID relief programs involving rental assistance across the country.
We were able to identify some of the fraud and prevent more money from going out.
U.S. Attorney Nick Brown says the group tried to steal $6.8 million. Court documents allege the $3.3 million came from 3 places, including a program meant to help businesses during COVID. It's called the Paycheck Protection Program. Also hit state unemployment benefits, but the biggest loss to the Emergency Rental Assistance Program. Prosecutors allege 6 people, 4 of them from Washington, including 32-year-old Darius Jackson of Bonnie Lake, who just went before a federal judge, used fake documents and posed as fake landlords and tenants. Court documents allege 29-year-old Paradise Williams of Phoenix orchestrated the scheme. Also in those court documents, perhaps something telling. While being questioned by police, a detective wrote that she, quote, explained that she never had to do jail time or pay fines because Washington is a very lenient state.
If they steal money from the government, if they steal money intended for the most vulnerable, we will investigate that and treat it very, very seriously.
All right, well, this Friday marks the 21st annual Miss Juneteenth Scholarship Pageant taking place at Chianuana High School in Pasco. And joining us this morning is the founder of that scholarship program, Eloise Sparks. Eloise, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Well, I've talked to you a little bit about the pageant before, and one thing that you always say that sticks out to me is this is not a beauty pageant.
It is not.
What really is at the heart of this event?
The main thing for our pageant is scholarships. We want to make sure that our young ladies can go to college. So, excuse me. So we want to make sure that that we raise the funds for these young ladies to go to school. So that's what this pageant is all about. We don't care what they look like. We just want them to be a part of it.
Okay. Yeah. And then what kind of preparation goes into the event, especially for the contestants?
They take preparatory classes, but they have communication classes. They have hair and makeup classes. They have word up classes of power, talking about the power of their words. We work on their self-esteem. We do poise and appearance classes. We have etiquette classes. We have a lot of classes that they have to take to prepare. Then they also do a dance class where they come out in their opening dance for the audience.
Oh, wow. So there really is a lot of preparation that goes into this.
Yes, it's a lot.
And how many contestants do you have this year?
We have 7.
7, okay, and I'm sure they're all very, very excited.
Oh yeah. Practices have started, so they're really excited. Yeah.
Awesome. And again, this event is happening at Friday at Chiawana High School. And Eloise, what time does it start, and how can people get tickets?
It starts at 6 o'clock and it's at Chiawana High School Auditorium. They can get tickets. They can go to our Facebook page. There's a QR code there. They can click on that QR code, get tickets, or they can get tickets at the door, and the tickets are $15 at the door.
Awesome.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you, Eloise. And coming up in about a half hour, we'll be talking to the current Miss Juneteenth Queen about her experience at last year's pageant and what the title means to her. And when we return on Good Morning Northwest, the Las Vegas Golden Knights had the chance to take home the Stanley Cup with a win over the Florida Panthers last night. The results from T-Mobile Arena next.
Where's the most mouth-watering pizza and best salad bar in town? Well, Hubby's Pizza, of course. Order Hubby's Pizza tonight and get a large 16-inch pepperoni pizza for just $15.99. Mouth-watering yumminess. The perfect fresh dough and toppings for a quick and easy dinner. Dine in or carry out. Come acquire the Hubby's Habit, your hometown favorite for nearly 45 years.
Get 2.9% APR plus $500 purchase allowance on a 2023 Cadillac XT4. Visit your Yakima and Tri-Cities Cadillac dealer today.
Dear 2030, we look forward to seeing you. After our 160-point quality assurance inspection, we'll be Toyota certified used vehicles with 7-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranties. Not to honk our own horns, but the best new cars make the best used cars. Yours, Toyota.
Get 5.49% APR for up to 60 months on a Toyota certified used Camry, Corolla, or RAV4. Find yours at toyotacertified.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Hey, check out the new Oreo Brookie Blizzard at DQ. Oreo Pieces, brownie, and cookie. This treat is doing the most, which makes it the perfect treat for when you're doing, well, the least. Oh, this is nice.
Oh, come on!
Hey, neighbor! We were enjoying a moment with the Oreo Brookie Blizzard. Okay. This is more like it. Enjoy your Oreo Brookie Blizzard moment today. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Come shop the largest selection of RVs in the Tri-Cities at Appleway RV. Save big on Class A's, Class C's, travel trailers, toy haulers, and fifth wheels. Shop America's top brands, Rockwood, Tiffin, Newmar, Dynamax, and more. With a huge selection of pre-owned RVs. Plus, get maximum value for your trade. All with no payments for 90 days. Come shop the clearance event at Appleway RV Pasco.
TriQ Credit Union C3 Slam comes to Richland July 8th and 9th at John Dam Plaza.
Welcome back. The Vegas Golden Knights of the NHL have secured their first ever Stanley Cup. A packed crowd cheered the Knights on for Game 5 on their home ice at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas Tuesday night, as Golden Knights coach Bruce Cassidy made the decision to start 5 of the original 6 players known as the Misfits. Vegas captain Mark Stone would net a goal in all 3 periods on his way to a hat trick as he paced the Knights in a dominating 9-5 win over the Florida Panthers. After making the Stanley Cup final in the franchise's inaugural season, the Golden Knights returned for the second time in just their 6th season. Only the Edmonton Oilers beat that record by winning the Cup in just their 5th season in the NHL. And some Oakland A's fans took part in a reverse boycott yesterday to protest the team's future move to Las Vegas. Over 27,000 fans made it out to the Coliseum, the largest home crowd of the 2023 season and over triple the season average. But the timing could not have been worse, as the same day of the planned reverse boycott, the Nevada State Senate approved $380 million in public money to construct a ballpark for the A's, all but cementing the franchise's move to Las Vegas. And the Mariners had the second game of their 3-game series against the Marlins, hoping to get the series win with a victory over Miami. And after a quick 3-run homer from Cal Raleigh, Seattle was off to the races. Mike Ford went deep twice to tally 3 runs batted in, while starter George Kirby notched a career-high 10 strikeouts, and the Mariners went on to smash the Marlins 9-3. And we continue to work to keep you updated and informed on numerous fires happening throughout our area. This is a live look near Benton City for the very latest on the fires. You can check our website, yaktrinews.com. Coming up, the Fed is considering raising rates again in order to combat inflation. Just the latest in a series of hikes as consumers continue to feel the pinch.
Everybody plays a fool. Tell him, Judge Harvey. We want money. No exception.
You lost this when she started talking.
Judge Steve Harvey returns tonight, 8/7 Central on ABC.
2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And the Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. Find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups, or get $4,250 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. See your community Chevy dealers.
Here's to the dads, dadas, and daddy-os. They deserve the big daddy of all Father's Day treats, a DQ cake. With layers of creamy, world-famous soft serve, and a delicious fudge and crunch center. Conveniently customizable and ready for pickup from the DQ freezer. So grab yours. And let's raise our red spoons to the world's #1 dad. Hi, Dad. DQ. Happy tastes good.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right, all year round. Right now at participating dealers, get a Kubota compact tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
Since 1968, Sundown M Ranch has helped over 200,000 patients and families recover from the effects of substance use disorders.
I was ashamed, humiliated, and not sure if I could be helped, but I listened and found a completely different way to live by spending time at Sundown.
I did not believe there was a way out of the dark hole my life had become. Sundown M Ranch provided a foundation for me to find a new way to live.
Sundown M Ranch. Today is the first day of the rest of your life.
In 1980, Walker's Furniture opened their first store. So this week, they're celebrating their 43rd anniversary with store-wide markdowns of 19 to 80% off. Where every dining room set, every bedroom set, every sofa, love seat, and sectional is 19 to 80% off. Or take advantage of no money down, no minimum purchase, no interest financing for 5 years. So you can get that new purple or Beauty Rest mattress set today and pay for it later during the anniversary sale at Walker's.
This is the story of a superstar.
One of the precursors of Rihanna and Beyonce.
Her music, her relationship with R. Kelly, and her tragic death.
Her music was so impactful. She feels like she's here today.
Aaliyah, tonight on ABC.
Portion of Cap KVU sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
We may be seeing some prices drop in the coming weeks as the Federal Reserve considers another interest rate hike. And rock and roll legends, the Beatles, are getting back together for one final song thanks to the help of artificial intelligence.
And we're taking a live look outside Giza Stadium right now. We're cooling down from yesterday. It's going to be a sunny and windy day. We're still taking a look at the smoke in the area from yesterday's fires.
From Cap KVU Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
And I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
Now, Riley, you just mentioned it. We still can see a little bit of smoke in the air from those fires, but yesterday, what a sight. It was just gray everywhere.
Definitely. Even before a lot of the fires started, there were just a couple in our areas. I was driving through the Tri-Cities and I definitely saw quite a lot of haze, quite a lot of smoke in our region. If we take a live look outside right now, we're taking a look in Pasco. We don't see quite as much smoke as we saw yesterday, but it is still going to be around throughout some of our day-to-day, settling down down into the evening. But it looks quite beautiful outside right now. If we take a look at our daily planner, we're seeing a lot of sun in our areas today. 77 degrees in the Yakima area, sun and quite a lot of wind. We had a wind advisory yesterday along with a red flag warning. However, we don't have either of those today, but we are just right on the verge of having both of those. So strong winds and a lot of heat warnings as well as we deal with those fires that are still throughout our areas. 79 degrees in the Tri-Cities, again sunny and windy, and in Walla Walla we're seeing 76 degrees. Quite a lot of sun, a lot of wind. I'll talk more about that in my full forecast that's coming up. Jill, I will send it back to you.
Thank you, Riley. New figures show inflation has now dropped to its lowest level in more than 2 years, but the pain is still real for consumers, including at the grocery store. And today, the Federal Reserve weighs in on interest rates, affecting everything from credit cards to car loans. Here's ABC's Lionel Moise.
This morning, the Federal Reserve is expected to pause its series of interest rate hikes amid new hope that inflation may be on track to return to normal levels. The latest consumer price index shows inflation has been cut in half from last year's peak.
A year ago, inflation was close to 9%. In the month of May, we're back down to 4%. Still too high, but clearly moving in the right direction.
While trending lower, inflation is still at double the target set by the Federal Reserve.
The big question, though, if the Fed does pause in raising interest rates, will we at home even feel a difference?
No, because this is already embedded in interest rates in the stock market.
Economists say it will take some time to feel the impact. Some positive signs in the latest report: airfare is down 13% in the last year, and gas prices down nearly 20%.
People are paying $3.50 for a gallon of regular unleaded. Go back a year ago, it was a record $5 a gallon.
At the grocery store, prices rose slightly last month, but egg prices dropped, the largest monthly decline in more than 70 years.
First thing people want to know is, do I have eggs?
While many focus on food prices, it's housing costs that remain the biggest contributor to inflation, although there are signs that rents are finally coming down.
If things go on the trend that they're going, when can we expect that inflation will be back to normal levels?
Yeah, I expect inflation to be back to something we all feel very good about, the Fed feels good about, by this time next year, maybe a little sooner.
Economists say now is the time to be a smart shopper. They say when consumers balk at high prices, businesses sometimes listen. We'll move over Apple, Microsoft, and Amazon. A new company has reportedly joined the ranks of the top tech giants thanks to the popularity of artificial intelligence. The Wall Street Journal reports computer chip maker NVIDIA ended Tuesday's trading day, valued more than $1 trillion for the first time. According to the Journal, it is only the 7th American company to reach that status. The report says a surge in AI has fueled the skyrocketing of company shares, up 181% this year alone. NVIDIA apparently builds semiconductors that are essential to some of the largest, most powerful AI systems. NVIDIA used to be a company known for creating tech for PC gaming, but the Journal reports the company's AI-focused data center business has surpassed its gaming division as its main source of revenue. Well, imagine all the new hits from long-gone rock stars. It's starting to happen. Paul McCartney told BBC Radio Tuesday producers used artificial intelligence to mix a new Beatles song using John Lennon's voice. It comes from a demo he and McCartney worked on decades ago. McCartney says engineers used AI to produce vocals on the track performed by a computer version of John Lennon. The legendary guitarist and singer admits it's, quote, kind of scary, but he says there's also a good side and a bad side to AI. Riley Fitzgerald returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
Well, we've got a cool down today, but we are staying sunny. We've also got some recurring smoke from yesterday's fire in the mid-Columbia and the Blues. I'll have your extended forecast that is coming up.
Plus, one Navy veteran manages to recover a class ring that he lost nearly 50 years ago.
Portion of Cap KVU sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
When you need legal help, trust Quantum Legal. We're here for you in times of trouble, whether you need assistance with criminal defense, personal injury, or have been injured on the job. Law is a complicated matter. Our team of experts will fight for you and help you find the best solution for your situation. Don't let life's challenges get the best of you. We're here to help. Call us today at 509-783-5551 or visit our website at quantumlegal.com.
Get a free Makita Impact Driver Kit or a Pit Boss grill now when you build a deck with wood decking or TimberTech or Trex composite decking and railing from Par. Visit par.com for details.
What are you going to build?
At Good Shepherd, it is not just a job. It is our mission. A mission to improve the health of our community. To give you our hearts, our minds, our compassion, the best technology available, and the greatest medicine of all, kindness. Thank you for trusting us with your care.
It's time. Time to let your soul breathe a little, to feel the sun on your face, and to feel alive again. It's time to dust off the clubs, to treat yourself, and test out your lungs. It's time to get away to the place that's not so far away. Lakeside Coeur d'Alene. Find countless ways to play and stay in CDA at visitcda.org.
A new roof looks great. A new roof with new gutters looks amazing. With Arrow Roofing, amazing is now more affordable than ever. Get 25% off gutters with your new re-roof. Did we mention our 50-year roof warranty at no extra cost? Don't miss this limited time offer. Give Arrow Roofing a call today.
Cut your ties to the fuel pump with an all-electric vehicle from Overturf Kia. You'll find a great selection of new vehicles in stock now. Lease the 2023 all-electric Kia EV6 Wind with all-wheel drive for just $579 per month or purchase for $53,849. Take delivery today or reserve a car that's on its way. Shop online anytime at overturfkia.com. Overturf Kia at the base of the Blue Bridge in Kennewick.
This is a great time of year.
Stacy Lee, she knows the Northwest and she knows Northwest weather.
I think we all need to take more time to stop and smell the roses.
Stacy Lee, Cap KVU First Alert Weather from Cap KVU Local News. Watch weeknights.
Next live, the Ultimate Fighter's Conor McGregor.
I do get mistaken for a wrestler all the time.
Plus Matthew Broderick from No Hard Feelings.
Today at 9 on Cap KVU.
Welcome back. Well, West Virginia deputies have given a Navy veteran from North Carolina the high school class ring he lost nearly a half-century ago.
Michael Pedno reclaimed his ring at the Kanawha County Sheriff's Office Tuesday. They say deputies found the ring while executing a search warrant in a copper theft investigation back in February.
The ring was for graduates of Needham Broughton High School in 1965, and the engraving showed the initials MP. Deputies used the class list to lead them to Pedno.
Pedno told them he believes the ring was lost while he was in the Navy or possibly during a trip to West Virginia in the late 1960s or early 1970s.
Something that I can share with my classmates. There's probably 40 or 50 of us that get together monthly for lunch. We're all old, so we enjoy sharing, swapping stories, and this is one that I'll share with them and show them the ring, and we'll have some fun around it.
I have lost too many pieces of jewelry, and I don't think I'm ever going to see them again.
Understandable. Excellent. I love how they see each other monthly for lunches. That's
Very
certainly
cool.
going to be a good story to tell at that lunch.
Definitely, yes.
All right. Well, we're going to take a live look outside in Pasco right now. I'll have your first alert weather forecast coming up, but we are tracking some smoke that's going to be through our area today.
And we get the chance to speak with the reigning queen of the Miss Juneteenth pageant to find out what winning the crown means to her. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
Smoke City for Less is your one-stop shop in Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, West Richland, and Hermiston. Every location is conveniently located. And now, Smoke City for Less Hermiston has relocated to North 1st Street by AutoZone. An easy turnoff, $3.95, and you are there. For the lowest prices and largest selection of vape mods, the best batteries, tobacco products, Kratom, and specialty products too. Open 7 days a week, 5 locations, Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, West Richland, and the new location in Hermiston, off $3.95. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
The savings continue with Bi-Mart's latest membership savings book, posted online at bimart.com. There's 16 pages of store-wide savings. Enjoy your next adventure for less. Bi-Mart has you covered in sporting goods. Plus, find everything you need for your lawn and garden and patio needs, including everything Dad wants for Father's Day. Save now at Bi-Mart, your Northwest employee-owned membership store.
An accident can shatter your life. At Tamaki Law, we put your life back together.
When a client has been seriously hurt, they need a lot of help. We understand that. Their only job is to get better. Our job is to take care of the rest. That's why we work hard and fight for the justice they deserve.
If you've been seriously injured, call Tamaki Law and get your life back.
Homeowners, Washington is moving to renewable power. Consider an investment in green energy. Rooftop solar with Solar Power Northwest, a true one-stop shop. Solar Power Northwest, a better way to solar.
Dear Exit Strategy, all your pieces are in place. A tranquil lake, a serene sky, an emerald forest, a secret hideout. Thanks for being there, just when I need you most. Always Toyota SUVs.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan with roadside assistance. Visit your local Toyota dealer to learn more. Reserve yours at toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Come shop the largest selection of RVs in the Tri-Cities at Appleway RV. Save big on Class A's, Class C's, travel trailers, toy haulers, and fifth wheels. Shop America's top brands, Rockwood, Tiffin, Newmar, Dynamax, and more. With a huge selection of pre-owned RVs. Plus, get maximum value for your trade. All with no payments for 90 days. Come shop the clearance event at Appleway RV Pasco.
With K2 Vision RLE, you can throw away your distance and reading glasses. Plus, you'll never develop a cataract. Schedule a free Zoom consultation with us today. K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
Portion of Cap KVU sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier. And now, Cap KVU First Alert Weather with forecaster Riley Fitzgerald.
Happy Wednesday, everyone. Hope you're having an amazing day today. We're taking a live look outside right now at the Giza Stadium Skycam in Pasco. Right now we're seeing it's a little bit hazy over the horizon. We're definitely watching a lot of smoke that has been left over from the fires from yesterday. Patchy smoke today in the Mid-Columbia and the Blues. We've got a little bit of a cool down happening today. Very hot yesterday, still warm today, but definitely lower than it was. We are also getting strong gusty winds today, less than yesterday, but still strong enough to be relevant in our areas. Temperatures right now, 51 in Yakima, 55 in the Tri-Cities, and 51 degrees in Walla Walla, so still pretty chilly as you get outside this morning. Our futurecast, we're seeing a lot of clear skies today and into tomorrow. A lot of sun is on the way today, Thursday, and into Friday. That's when we're going to start to see a little bit of cloud coverage make its way into our area. No rain on the way for today, tomorrow, or Friday. We take a close look into where this smoke forecast is going. A lot in Hermiston this morning and into the afternoon. It is growing, heading east toward the Blues and the Walla Walla area. So we're going to be expecting a lot of smoke in the Walla Walla region. That's happening today. As we make our way into our wind speed right now, a lot of winds in the Hermiston area. It's going to be taking that smoke across the Blues. Heavy winds right now as well, strong winds in the Yakima Valley, in the Mid-Columbia, and in the Blues. Lots and lots of wind today. Gusts up to 25 miles an hour. Temps later today, 77 in Yakima, 70 degrees in Ellensburg. In the Mid-Columbia, we're seeing upper 70s and lower 80s. And in the Blues, we are seeing mid to lower 70-degree range. So still pretty nice today, just cooler than we've seen for the last couple of weeks now. Tonight, the smoke is clearing up. We're going to be seeing upper 40s, lower 50s. Pretty cool this evening, but nothing we haven't seen before. For our 7-day forecast, we're starting our midweek in the 70s, making our way up to the 80s and settling down definitely into our holiday weekend. Pretty big drops between Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday, Father's Day. Our overnight lows are staying in the upper 50s for Friday night, dropping into the upper 40s for the rest of the week Wednesday in Yakima. For our 7-day forecast in the Tri-Cities, we're seeing a peak on our Friday, dropping down once again into our holiday weekend. I'm going to send it back to you, Jill.
Thank you, Riley. Well, the Miss Juneteenth Scholarship Pageant is back this Friday, and that means a new Miss Juneteenth Queen will be crowned. But before that happens, we have the pleasure of speaking to the reigning queen, Roseanne. Roseanne, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Well, I want to hear a little bit about your experience. So last year, what kind of got you into the program in the first place?
So I'm part of the Black Student Union WC Tri-Cities, and we had an event where we got Black community leaders to come up on campus, and Miss Eloise, the pageant director, was one of the speakers, and she found out I was a senior and she encouraged me to apply. And I didn't really think I wanted to do a pageant, but then I had so much encouragement from my team and like my support system in the Black Student Union, and then I just went for it, and here I am. I'm very grateful to just be in the pageant and get the title of queen. Is just something I didn't expect. It was just like an added bonus to me, honestly.
Yes, let's talk about you winning that title. What was that like for you?
I was shocked, to say the least. I had not expected, because I went into the pageant to just get connected with the local Black community, and then when I did get my title, I looked at my big sister and I was like, my jaw was dropped. And then I'm just really thankful because I got to learn more about the local Black community and go to events and just tell people about Juneteenth, which is such a great thing.
Yeah, so since the pageant, you've been able to go to a lot of events. What are some things you've been able to attend?
We've been able to attend a lot of like scholarship fundraisers, and it's really cool to learn about all the local scholarships, because I didn't really learn about it because I didn't grow up in the Tri-Cities. So it's just getting to know the local Black community, and there's also a lot of like fun little events that we don't really know about, so it's really cool.
Great. And then what will your role in this pageant be?
I'll actually be handing this crown to the next Miss Juneteenth, which is really exciting because it's this Friday, and then I'm going to be giving my last walk as Miss Juneteenth, so I'm a little sad, but better things to come.
Well, thank you so much for being here, and I'm sure it's going to be a great time at the pageant on this weekend. And again, that pageant is taking place this Friday at 6 p.m. at the Chiawana High School Auditorium, and we'll be posting information about how to get tickets on our website, yaktrinews.com. We'll be right back with the morning sprint and a final check on your forecast, but first, a look at what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, the first accuser in the serial sexual assault case that rocked Boston, sitting down exclusively with ABC News with her mom by her side.
Did you live in fear that this suspect was still out there to terrorize not only you, but other women?
15 years ago, a Boston neighborhood paralyzed by a string of unsolved sexual assaults. Then police say they had a breakthrough. Authorities using investigative genetic genealogy and DNA evidence to charge Matthew Nilo with the crimes. He has pleaded not guilty.
Did you lose hope that they'd ever find the suspect?
Yeah, I mean, after the 5th year, the 6th year, 7th year, 8th. Eventually, I gave up hope. I honestly did.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more of this exclusive sit-down interview. With your GMA First Look, I'm Ariel Reshef, ABC News, New York.
Not only in your case, but in the cases.
Asthma isn't pretty. It's the moment when you realize that a good day is about to become a bad one. But then I remembered that the world is so much bigger than that with Trelegy. Because one dose a day helps keep my asthma symptoms under control. And with 3 medicines and 1 inhaler, Trelegy helps improve lung function so I can breathe easier for a full 24 hours.
Trelegy won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. Trelegy contains a medicine that increases risk of hospitalizations and death from asthma problems when used alone. When this medicine is used with an inhaled corticosteroid, like in Trelegy, there is not a significant increased risk of these events. Do not take Trelegy more than prescribed. Trelegy may increase risk of thrush and infections. Get emergency care for serious allergic reactions. See your doctor if your asthma does not improve or gets worse.
What a wonderful world.
Ask your doctor about once daily Trelegy for asthma, because breathing should be beautiful.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time right now is 6:53. We're going to get to your first alert forecast in a moment, but first we begin with a look at this morning's top stories. All evacuation orders have been lifted for the Yakutat-Hanson Road fire. The official report from the fire officials says the wildfire has burned 6,000 acres. The blaze moved quickly and many areas in and around Kiona were evacuated due to the ongoing threat of the fire. Several fire crews responded, but agencies were stretched thin. They were helping to battle the Benton County fire near Findlay while also responding to other calls. The fire is currently 25% contained. While still battling the Yakutat wildfire, fire crews had to stretch themselves further after a blaze broke out on Rupert Road. At least 2 buildings burned in the area along with 150 acres after reports of the fire came just after 7 o'clock. No further evacuations were given at the time, and the fire is currently 25% contained. However, hot spots are still possible. With the Yakutat fire burning close by, it is important to pay attention to emergency services in case fire breaks out again. Evacuation orders have been lifted after the Hat Rock wildfire in Umatilla County. That burned more than 10,000 acres yesterday. The wildfire broke out just before 11 a.m. Tuesday morning and spread so quickly officials closed Highway 730 from Highway 207 to US 12 to Wallula Junction. Several fire agencies responded to the scene. Firefighting planes and a helicopter responded to the fire, but due to low visibility, air support was soon grounded. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. State fire assistance was also mobilized for a large wildfire that broke out near the city of Findlay Tuesday afternoon. It broke out just before 3:30 yesterday afternoon near Hover and Hanson Roads and burned over 1,000 acres. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. Benton County Fire Districts 1 and 2 requested state aid, and it was granted around 5 p.m. yesterday. The declaration makes it possible for more resources to help put out the fire. The fire is currently 50% contained. New developments in the case of 4 murdered University of Idaho students. The suspect in the case wants more time to decide whether to provide an alibi. Under Idaho law, Brian Koberger's lawyers have 10 days to decide whether to provide information on an alibi. The lawyers want to extend the deadline, and they say they haven't had enough time to fully review the evidence provided by the prosecution. That includes thousands of pages of discovery. The Yakima Domestic Violence Coalition has brought together multiple organizations to help provide wraparound services for victims of intimate partner violence and their children, including at school. For 2 years now, the Handle with Care program has allowed police to notify schools when they have contact with a student, whether it's domestic violence, a runaway, or another problem. The principal at Barge Lincoln Elementary says the program is a great way to know which students need a little extra help.
Happy Wednesday, everyone. Hope you're having an amazing day today. Taking a live look outside in Pasco right now at the Giza Stadium Skycam, we're seeing a little bit of haze, possibly some patchy smoke throughout the Mid-Columbia and the Blues today as we're still dealing with the wildfires that took place yesterday. Bit of a cool down from yesterday, though. We dropped about 15 degrees. We've got some strong gusty winds today, though they are lower than they were yesterday. Taking a look at our futurecast, we are seeing that there is not a whole lot going on. We're going to be very sunny, very clear skies for the next couple of days from our Wednesday into our Thursday. And by Friday, we see a little bit of that cloud coverage that's making its way through the area. Though our smoke forecast, we are seeing a little bit of smoke that's heading from the Hermiston area, building throughout the day today and heading east towards the Walla Walla Valley. And we are definitely going to be keeping an eye on those wildfires and the smoke coverage throughout our days today. Our highs today, 77 in Yakima, 70 in Ellensburg, upper 70s and lower 80s in the Mid-Columbia, and mid to lower 70s in the Blues. Jill?
Thanks for joining us on Good Morning Northwest. Cap KVUE Local News is back tonight at 5.